Hello, once again, and welcome to At Home with the Gamecocks. And we're at home with Jacksonville State men's and women's golf coach, James Hobbs. You go back to when you first got into coaching, sir. I'm close to 50 years, I guess, if you go back to when it all started on the basketball court for you years ago. Have you ever in your life or ever thought you'd be going through something like you've been through this spring with what's happened with the pandemic?
I couldn't imagine being at home this time of the year. I mean, it's a very, very strange situation. And I'm sure it's not just for me, but it's very strange for all our coaches and for all our athletes. I told Sandra the other day when we were talking about having to be at home and all the things that we're having to deal with. I said, since 1984, I took over the men's golf program in the fall of '83. So in the spring of '84, I carried them on their first conference championship, and then I've been going to a conference championship
Right.
in the spring with the men's team ever since 1984. And then we started the women's program in the fall of '95. So in '96, I played in my second conference championship in the spring with the women, and I've been going to two conference championships this time of the year since 1996 and spring '96, and so it's a very difficult time for your athletes not to be able to play in their conference championships and to complete their spring season. So I could never have imagined having to deal with something like we're dealing with right now.
All right. A lot of your team, international students, and it's probably tougher for them at this point in time. They can't go home. Are you having to be even more of a father-like to them than normal with what's going on?
Well, that's the hard thing, Mike, is that, I'm kind of at home and they're stuck in the dorm, and I've tried to avoid all contact with the players as much as I can, and I try to speak with them on the phone. I did do a meal for all of them last week, and basically when I did that meal, they could just come out and pick up their to-go plates, and I had very little contact with them at all. They drove up. One guy drove up and got plates for three other guys. So I only saw the one guy out of the four. And then another one came out and got a plate for two. And so I really haven't seen them other than just being able to talk to them on that one occasion and talk to them on the phone. So it's been very, very hard for the players. The good thing for my players, especially those international players, is the golf courses remained open.
Right.
But they've got to adhere to the rules of trying to stay apart from each other for 6 feet. But I know some of them have gone to the golf course, and I know they have enjoyed being able to play leisurely golf. I guess is a good way to describe that.
With that old guy looking over their shoulder, right?
Be out there and you when you've done it as long as I've done it, you have some routines that you go through, and we've tried to make some adjustments in the way we practice, and we've tried to make some adjustments in the way we approach day-to-day golf and day-to-day practice over the years, and hopefully we've been able to make some changes that have been productive for our team and has helped our team as they go forward. But we knew how we wanted to get ready for a conference championship,
Right.
and things that we wanted to do to prepare for that goal of going off and trying to win the OVC with both teams. And then suddenly that came to a screeching halt when we had everything shut down. So I would hope that our players are making some progress toward trying to keep their game fine-tuned and ready to go back for competition when we're able to get back out and play. But without the golf swing is a very delicate thing, and the one thing that it will always break down when you get under competition. So it's important to be able to play in competitive rounds and to go out and compete against other people, and to get your game to the point where you're able to go out and play, and not have the swing breakdown, not have breakdowns in your technique and the things that help you to play successful golf. So I worry about the pause here from being able to play competitively.
All right. Twofold question here. A couple of seniors, men's team, 4 on the ladies' side. The NCAA going to allow them to come back. Twofold question. Will they be returning? And are you happy that NCAA decision? I should have started with that one. And then will most of years you think going to come back and take advantage of an opportunity to play again?
I've got two on the men's side, and Tomas Birchman and Jesus Montenegro. Jesus is going to come back. He has a year left of school, so it's going to be important for him to come back and get his degree. He has aspirations of playing professional golf, and for him, it's really good because he was caught in the amateur rule and was actually a senior in his 3rd year. So now he'll be a senior in his 4th year, and he'll have the benefit of how many rounds we played this year. I think it's 21 rounds or 22 rounds, something like that. Will just be kind of gravy on the biscuit for him. So I'm excited for him in that fact. Tomas is going to get out and go to work and get a job, and he was already making plans to do that before the pandemic. And then on the girls' side, I have 4 seniors there, and I've got Madeline Turner and Chloe Borders and Lane Dyer, and then I got Pia, and Pia's is going to graduate, and she's not going to come back. She's probably going to start her grad school somewhere. It may be here, it may be somewhere else, but that's what her plans are right now. I don't think Chloe and Madeline are going to come back and play. I think they're both ready to get out of school, and Madeline is going to go med school here in the future. So it will be their decision. Lane's planning on getting married in September if everything goes well, and but she is talking about coming back, trying to play if we can get all the circumstances worked out, and she can get her priorities in perspective, and I've talked to her about that. I think it's very difficult sometimes to go to school and play golf and worry about a husband and those kind of things. I don't want golf to be 3rd on the list or on the list. But we will see what she wants to do.
Okay.
We'll encourage her to do whatever she wants to do. She was having a great year as far as a senior, and we were headed toward that toward a real chance to win the conference championship with the girls team. And she kind of felt like that was all taken away from her. And I think she's anxious now to come back and see what she can do another year.
Coach, appreciate your time. I know Miss Sandra's cracking that whip behind you somewhere, getting you outside to get that honey-do list and keep it going. So I don't want to keep you any longer.
If y'all want to schedule more of these for me, you can. Morning or evening, it doesn't matter. Morning or afternoon, just get me out of the yard, okay?
See if we can't help you out. Thanks for the time. Y'all stay safe. See you later, Coach.
You're welcome, Mike. Thanks.